Welcome back, everyone, to lead generating number 3. Okay, so you've already got your business base book put together and your database is all ready to go. You got your mailing list ready to go. You've got your Facebook up and ready. You've got your electronic campaigns put together, and you've been successfully doing the working by referral model. Okay, so now it's time to add on to that because we want to increase your business, and that's why we're here right now. Okay, so next on our list, we're going to focus on FSBOs, for sale by owners. Okay, so remember, we talked about the 6 different avenues that you need to be taking on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, in order for your career to excel and for you to make more money. So the next one, the first one obviously was working by referral, and the next one is going to be working with for sale by owners. For sale by owners may or may not need our help, and that's the key. We're there to introduce ourselves and to lend a helping hand. All right, so again, in order to be successful, you've got to have that database and those follow-up plans in place. And if you need a written checklist, feel free to give me a call, but let's talk about what's going to be on that checklist. Number 1, you're going to have to search for those for sale by owners. So let's talk about that a little bit. Searching for sale by owners, you've got to go to forsalebywowner.com, fsbo.com, Craigslist. Hey, even eBay's got some now. And you've also got your militarybyowner.com. There's all kinds of websites out there. All you have to do is search for sale by owner in the city and state of your choice, okay? And you should be doing this at least on a weekly basis. I think that if you could do 5 a week, that again, your business could pick up dramatically over the next couple months, okay? And remember, today's work equals tomorrow's benefit. So you got to work hard today in order to succeed tomorrow. Okay, so again, searching for those for sale by owners. All right, don't do anything after you find them until you've checked to make sure that they are not listed. A lot of times, agents accidentally forget to write their disclosure requirements in, and then unfortunately it appears as if it's a for sale by owner. Other times I think they're just being fraudulent, unfortunately, but that's the way it works. And then sometimes agents take on exclusive agencies where they're actually working with the seller, competing against the seller. So not really in the seller's best interest, but they don't really know that. Call me for more details on that, and I'll help you out with that one. Okay, so make sure they're not listed, because obviously if they're listed, we could get in a lot of trouble for soliciting listed properties. Okay, next thing that you want to do, believe it or not, is door knock. It is the most successful method. You don't have to worry about do not call laws. You might have to worry about solicitation calls, knocking in the neighborhood. But if they're selling their home, they want to sell their home. They're selling, actually. They're the solicitor. So door knock, absolutely introduce yourself. Now there's lots of methods you could go about this. Sometimes people will actually bring their buyers. I don't recommend bringing buyers with you on your visit. I would recommend setting up an appointment first and getting to know the seller. First of all, I want to make sure that the seller is willing to pay me a 3% buyer's agent fee if I bring my buyer over there, because if they're not, then I'm not going to bring my buyer. And that's something that hopefully for sale by owners understand. We work to get paid because we have a family to support as well. So I always want to find that out. So I don't recommend that. I recommend stopping by and saying, listen, I was just curious as to why you're selling for sale by owner, because some of them, believe it or not, need to do a short sale. Again, they don't realize it. They don't think that they qualify. They're not knowledgeable in those in that area, and rightfully so. We're not knowledgeable in whatever they do for a living. So that's why we're there. We're there to answer their question. I also like to find out if their family member or friend or somebody that's close to them is a realtor, because if so, I'm just going to leave because there's no point in me being there at that point. But if they say no, that they're just trying to save money, you have a couple options, guys. One thing that we have that they don't have and they do need is MRIS or your local MLS. So here in our area, limited service is an option, and you could always ask them if they'd like to put their house on the market, via a limited service. In other words, I'm going to, for a flat fee, put your home on the market. Again, there's a lot more involved in that. Give me a call if you're interested in doing that, and I can help you set that up and explain to you the benefits and how it works. Okay, so again, that's one option, is just to say, oh, you want to save money, no problem. At the other, the other option would be to tell them that you have buyers, because our company always does have buyers. I'm positive of that. The amount of people searching on our website is far exceeds what they've got. I can assure you of that. So if that's the case, we may have a buyer that's ready for them, and we'd like to take a look at their house and see if we can match one of our buyers with their home. So you could always ask them if it's okay for you to come in and take a look. The third option, which would be the one that I would recommend, would be the home audit. They would like a free home audit. I love to do free home audits. Remember, in our field guide, we've got the home audit plan. If you need a copy of it, just give me a call or email me and I'll send one your way. You can also find it on our forum. But the home audit is a great way to get your foot in the door and provide them a free service. At the same time, you're getting introduced to them, and maybe it's a match, maybe you'll be able to help them out. Okay. While you're there, one of the things that you definitely want to recommend to them as well is neighborhood alerts. I call them neighborhood alerts. You can call them whatever you want. Essentially, it's an automatic email plan campaign that goes out automatically when any new home that would be seen as a competition or competitor for that for sale by owner. So again, hey, Mr. Homeowner, would you be interested, since you're selling your home on the, on your own, on the market, you've got your home on the market, would you like to have up-to-the-minute updates on your competitors? I mean, it's imperative that you know what the competition is doing in order for you to sell. Is that correct? And they're going to say yes. Okay, well, if you give me your email address, it's for free. There's no charge behind it. I can set you up for Neighborhood Alerts program, which will automatically let you know the second any home is put on the market or reduces their price or adjusts their price or sells. That way you can be the first to know. And maybe if it goes under the market, off the market, you might wonder why the purchaser bought that house versus yours, and it might give you some insight at that point. They always agree to it because it's in their best interest and it's free. So I always offer that, and if that's the case, you want to go ahead and get their email address. When you get back home, one of the most important things for you to do is handwrite a thank you for speaking with me today card. I hope to help you in the future, and if you need any help or have any questions, feel free to call me. I like to put a $5 Starbucks card thanking them for their time, because I do appreciate their time. And hey, you never know, some of the buyers that we have may match that need. You should always put it on group text too, if you've got for sale by owner, because maybe we could make a match there as well. Okay, that sounds great. After that, what you want to do is go ahead and set up those neighborhood alerts, because if you don't, then hey, they're never going to get your follow-up campaign, are they? So make sure you've got your neighborhood alerts set up, and this will automatically email them with your name at the bottom, which is really good, because they see you emailing them on a regular basis of competition and market activity. And make sure that it really is competition. You can always give them a follow-up call or email and say, listen, there's a bunch of them that are not considered competition, but I didn't know if you wanted to know about them as well. I can add them to the emails. Just ask them. After that, guys, you definitely want to visit again. Now, I always like to feel out their urgency. Have they been on the market for a long time and they're getting frustrated? If that's the case, I'm not going to wait very much longer to call again and visit again. I'm going to make sure it's very quick. But if they feel like, if you get the sense that their urgency isn't that big. In other words, they just went on the market. They're not in a real rush to sell. They don't really care. They could wait till spring. I'll make it a week or 10 days, 7 to 10 days. I can visit back up. Hey, how are you doing? Sometimes you might even want to go 2 to 3 weeks. Again, just really you need to use your common sense and sense the urgency behind them. A lot of times they'll tell you they're going to wait till spring to put it on the market. So I would contact them before that. Remember to always contact them at least a couple of weeks before they tell you to, because they usually make a decision much quicker than they anticipate. I have found that a lot of times when I first started doing this, that I missed the boat, all because they told me to call on the 15th, and I would call on the 15th, and then they'd already listed, and it was very upsetting for me. And it happened to me too many times, so I don't want it to happen to you. So make sure you call earlier than they have told you to, and just say, hey, listen, I'm calling to follow up to see how things are going, to see if you need anything. Hey, by the way, I've got a for sale by owner videotape. There is one. There's a few in our office that you guys are more than welcome to borrow. Please make sure you return it. There are David Knox videos, the for sale by owner one. I highly encourage you to buy your own. They're great videos. David Knox is outstanding, and I highly recommend all of his videos. So if you want to let them borrow one, just make sure that you go pick it back up. And what I like to do is include a postage paid return padded envelope for them to put it back in when they're done. And either that, or you could say, I'll come back and pick it up on Wednesday, and that gives you another opportunity to speak with them again. That's even better, to be honest with you. Okay, remember, after that, and you've gone through this checklist and you've done all of these things, you could always stop back by again to provide a lead-based paint disclosure or property disclosure form, some contract of some sort, maybe one of the forms that are necessary, make and flaw, something of that nature. Always come bearing gifts, I can assure you, and then you follow up with the handwritten card. Call, visit until it goes on the market. And I can tell you another thing. Those who give up never get the listing. So you must continue until they've listed. Unless, of course, like I said to begin with, they tell you that they have a family member or a friend that's in real estate. At that point, I wouldn't waste any of my time at all, because obviously they've got someone already that's helping them. So they don't need your help, right? All right. So again, if you can get 5 a week, this is going to be an amazing increase to your business, okay? Over time, remember, today's work creates tomorrow's benefit. And good luck to you guys. Remember, I'm always here for you, and I'll be there to help you out. Thanks.